All right, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Does this beautiful Sony TA-N7 that I fully restored and you watched in my prior videos really sound better than 5 other V-fet amplifiers? Well, today we're gonna find out. And here are the contenders. All 5 of them sound not as good as the full restored one in the center. Yes, why am I pulling this stunt for? Well, I'm trying to make a point here. All of these amplifiers that you see here, all 5 of them, have different levels of restoration and different level of adjustments, right? The point here is that the level of restoration matters. The components, the replacement components choices matter. The type of adjustments of the units matter. Some of these other 5 units here have some level of restoration, some of them similar level of restoration with different parts, some of them different adjustments only. And they will sound different in the sense they sound less favorable than the one in the center, which you guys have watched in the my prior videos, restoration videos. So let's take a quick visual peek at this now with daylight around, and we're going to play some tunes and I'll let you know what I think about the sound signature of this beauty. So bear with me for a second while I take a quick tour and show you basically what we've done here. If you recall, we have new speaker posts which come in very handy. So now I could put my fat speaker wires in there without the worry about them having an adapter, using an adapter or something else. Got a sizable power wire cable in there as well. I could do better with my audio cables coming in, but the audio connectors are definitely much better than the originals. If you guys look at these, are solid brass, and I think they're the brand is CMC brand, and so they're pretty good quality components. And so this is not just working a lot better, but it's also more versatile. So it should be a pleasure for the owner to use it for many years from now. So let's pause here for a moment and then get back once we start playing some tunes.
Swimming in the me, baby, when the train coming, I'm walking out, walking out, walking out.
The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves are red and gold. I see your leaves, the summer kisses, the summer hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear a winter song
Wow, all I can say is that the more I listen to this amp, the less I want to do anything else. It's freaking addictive, guys. The sound is just coming out of those speakers is so smooth, so engaging. If I were to put a profile definition on the TA-N7 performance, generally with pretty much across different genre of music, is that it's extremely articulate and it has a level of detail that only the nicest amplifiers out there can match. So it's very articulate, maybe not as deep on the lows as, let's say, my other Yamaha V-fet amplifiers, but definitely very articulate, very clear sound and dimensional. The depth of field is noticeable, what I call it the 3D imaging of the sound. I absolutely love it. There's definitely synergy between a V-fet amplifier and fast speakers, efficient speakers, such as these Yamahas. These Yamahas are fairly efficient, over 90 dBs, and they're fast, they're sealed box acoustic suspension, and so there are no timing issues here between the drivers, essentially, because that big 12-inch woofer with a carbon fiber membrane, it's very light, and because of the seal box, it's able to keep up just fine with those beryllium drivers, mids and highs. So they have excellent temporal coherence comparing to most of the speakers I heard. That's why they're so revered and wanted. So I'm really blessed to have a pair. And as Yamaha cleverly called it out in their 70s and 80s advertisement, that beryllium and V-fet work really great. So that's true also with other V-fets, not just Yamaha. So the Sony is no exception, even though the Sony could be considered a hybrid, a BGT, a V-fet hybrid. So technically, if you guys want to correct me, yeah, that's fine, but it still sounds damn good with the speakers. And particularly for the fact that the Sony TA-N7 is not necessarily a high current amp. It's not going to drive your 80 dBs 2-ohm speakers. It's not going to do that. Get something else for that. Get a Krell, get a Mac or something else that can drive those loads. If you want very refined sound, relaxing, very engaging sound, this is the amp for you. Again, the restoration is very important. The level of restoration is critical, right? If we ground back to the beginning of this video, the reason I pulled a stunt and you guys are looking at 6 separate amplifiers here all in the same place is we don't all get to see this many TA-N7s at the same time, so I figure I'll share that with the world. But being most important, I wanted to emphasize the differences in the condition and level of restoration among these amps, right? The one that you saw in my prior videos, the center, and the one that we'll be listening to right now, it just reaches that optimal place where it has the right amount of restoration to and produces the best sound quality overall. So that equilibrium point, it's difficult to get. My goal here when I restore amplifiers is to give them another lease in life, so to increase their reliability. I also want to increase their sound performance as much as possible. But at no point in time, I want to increase one at the expense of the other. So fine-tuning that intersection point, that equilibrium point, it's critical. It takes hours and hours of work. And in this case, collaboration with other experts. Again, thank you, Mr. Oscar from Osuka Audio, for guiding me, leading me in the right direction, and helping shortening the research and development, basically the R&D work that I had to do with this amplifier. So thank you for that again. And net, this journey was very engaging for me personally. I get really excited about projects like this. Probably motivates me to do more of my Sonys now to the same level, which I've tried in the past, but obviously this one right here kind of surpasses them in sound signature. As I mentioned, some of these are restored to a certain degree more than the others, right? So They all vary in terms of level of restoration, components used, adjustments, all the above. So that said, I believe this is the end of this video series. Please don't hesitate to leave feedback or any other comments you like. And until next time, I wish you guys the best. And all I wish you guys is that one point in your lives could listen to this, to one of these fantastic Sony amplifiers. Bye-bye.